In my view, the only thing more important than performance and a well-cutting chain is weight saving. Little nibbles are going to be faster than big ones. Cool. I have this awesome Fabcorp ported 2511T. I have run it with the 12-inch Speed Cut Nano. This is a 14. I planned on using it with this bar and chain, but something else has come that might be an upgrade. Let's take a look at it and see how easy it is to do. On these little top handle saws, these bars and 1/4-inch pitch chains are all the rage. Saw Salvage CO sent this out to me saying, hey, try it out. Let me know what you think. I like their other chain products, so I figured, hey, this will be worth a shot. Now, I do have concerns about 1/4 pitch in general, and what that is durability. They are a very, very small chain. I cut really bad, hard oak. We'll give it a shot on some of that. I don't really use a top handle all that much, but when I was at Aaron Lynch's house, I ran 1/4 pitch Stihl setup, and it was really nice on a 2511. That 1/4 pitch chain is extremely smooth. My boy's gonna help me out here. You're fine. It's really cool to have the help of my kids. They're kind of interested in this stuff increasingly more and more. So this captive, so this won't fall off. Just take it off by hand now. No, take it off by hand. Yeah, it's captive, so it won't fall off. That's good. And this needs to be... This one's kind of funky, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I'll take over from here, but fitting over the chain, especially in this back vicinity here, is a little tight. Actually, the 1/4 pitch might make that a little bit easier. This little package is incredibly light right here. I also need to change out the clutch drum on this saw. These are also available on sawsalvage.co. You can use my discount code OAKIE10, OAKIE10, and so we'll be putting this on the saw as well. Do I have an impact in here? So I'm going to remove this 14-inch setup. And I want to compare a 12 and a 12 weight-wise to see if there's an advantage other than just cutting speed potentially on this 1/4 pitch. Here's a 12-inch Nano setup. We are at 13.5 ounces. I'm going to actually go to grams. I just like grams better, everybody. So we're at 383 grams. Now let's overlay these, kind of see what we got here. So it's a little bit different. If you look here, when you line up that, I think because this is probably made for something steel like pole saw or something. So definitely a much different profile. Let's take a look at this. 320 grams. So we're at 383 versus 320. So if 318, if you are going to a 1/4 pitch 12-inch setup, this is lighter than this, and that is an advantage in the top handle world. Here is a very new Nano chain, so 325 low profile. We're at 122 grams. It's maybe had one very light sharpening on it. So anyway, it hasn't lost a lot of material. Let's do that. So we're at 122 grams, and this is some just super fine stuff, everyone. I think what these came from is like pole saws. If I'm wrong, let me know. Man, that's tiny. 325 Nano, which was much smaller than 3/8 low profile, which originally came on my 2511, and then there's that 1/4 pitch. So what was the grams here? We got 122 grams versus 91. So let's do the whole package here, everyone. We're at 411 grams bar and chain with 1/4 pitch setup from Duke's. And we'll look at pounds. So we're at 0.9 pounds, guys. We're at 1.1 pounds. And we got the grams of 505. So 505 grams versus 410 grams. In my view, the only thing more important than performance and a well-cutting chain is weight savings, okay? So weight savings is critical, especially on a top handle, because that's really why you buy a 2511 in the first place. They are like a micro bomb, and especially once they've been ported, they are just absolutely incredible. So needless to say, that was an unexpected advantage. I like that. That doesn't mean I'm done with 325 Nano. It's extremely fast, extremely smooth, and I find it pretty durable, and I like sharpening a chain with a little bit more meat on it. I haven't even looked at this yet. These are just, I mean, it feels fragile. It really does. That doesn't mean anything. If it's cutting well and you're not abusing it, it ought to do well. Let's take a look at this. This is 3/8 low profile. Really a bad choice on that saw, really. That's Oregon. Then we got 325 Nano. So 325 low profile. That was an excellent cutting chain. And then now look at this little tiny quarter pitch chain, guys. Little nibbles are going to be faster than big ones. I'm going to get some criticism here, but this is how I do it. They'll say something like your recoil, you're going to blow up your recoil or whatever, but I'm using a socket, and we're going to go ahead and pull off the clutch cover here. Did you want to see this, son?
Yeah.
So this is opposite. You basically turn it clockwise to remove it. Very easy. Came off. Little tiny teeth. You can see in comparison. Very easy process, everybody. I wouldn't be too alarmed. So one of the things is I have a viewer, Seth. He is always telling me that the only saw you need is a ported 2511 and a big saw. He doesn't mess with anything 50 or 60 cc, period. And so with that, I want to give this a shot. And he's also a huge fan of the quarter pitch stuff. We're going to go ahead and mount this little guy on here. There might be another advantage to this chain that I kind of was seeing as I was talking to my son earlier. This fits over that so much easier. This is actually a very tough saw to fit through here. Putting a chain through this right here, getting it in here, it kind of has a tendency to bind. I want to show you how easy this just the quarter pitch setup just fits right in there. Look at that. So now this chain setup, boy, that is awesome. That's actually really cool. Look at that. We've got a bar and chain quarter pitch setup. Feels light, guys. You just keep cutting weight and it's awesome. Originally, when I saw the bars being marketed, I didn't like the orange, but let me tell you, the black and orange looks pretty darn cool. This is going to be great. Be watching for this saw into some wood here. We're about to ramp up, we believe, a lot of tree work because we have a lot going on, or we think there's going to be a lot going on out here. In fact, I was going to cut some trees today, but as that Johnny Cash song goes, don't fall timber on a windy day. Well, I needed to get some trees down, and it's way too windy, so we decided to spend some time in the shop. Haven't started this in a while. Let's see how it goes. I think it's working, everyone. Well, it loosened up a little bit, so I'll go ahead and tighten this up, and this is going to be ready to run. We'll see how it does in the long run, so make sure you watch out for cut tests, but I think this might be a good option, a good affordable option to convert your 2511T over to quarter pitch. Besides the potential for cutting performance improvement, you certainly have a weight difference, and that's not what I was expecting. That's an additional benefit beyond just having possibly a smoother, faster cut. Remember, you can get these bars and chains at a discount using code OAKIE10, OAKIE10. That is a one-time purchase, so make sure you load up that cart with other stuff to kind of lessen the load of shipping and so forth. So you can go ahead and do that. Take a look at their other Dukes chains and parts as well. And also, too, my relationship with sawsuppliers.com, the best deal on all the best chainsaws at sawsuppliers.com using the same discount code OAKIE10. That discount's only good on outdoor power equipment. So make sure you check that out. Thank you for watching the Okie Woodsman channel, and we will see you on the next one. Cool.